I've been talking a lot about the future of this pasture and what I would like to eventually do. And I want to come over here and show you all where I think would be a really good place for a pond eventually. Now, there's nothing you can ever do about the highway being right there. That is the interstate, I-69, Highway 59, Interstate 69. But look right over here. If you can see the elevation of the land, we are downhill from the barn area over there. We are downhill. We're also downhill from the front here where the fence is at. We also come downhill from the driveway. I don't know exactly about this low spot over here and how that's going to affect us, but I think if we were to put a pond right through here, a good-sized pond, and then have kind of maybe a culvert where we have an overflow that comes off when the pond fills to capacity and flows right on down to where it goes over there. There's already a culvert underneath that old driveway, and that water can flow right on into those woods where it has always flown. But this might be a nice spot for the pond to go, where we can have a natural water source for whatever animals are penned in this particular pasture. It's not right up against the road. Well, as a matter of fact, the pond, if we were to put it here, is going to be the same distance from the highway as the pond that we already have over there. And no one's ever complained about that pond. This pond, because of the hill being higher than the pond, is going to always keep it a little bit more camouflaged and hidden from the highway traffic. So this is the spot, I think, for the future pond. And that's not going to happen anytime soon, but hopefully before summer. I'm walking out to feed my little gladiators. And as you can see, Roman is not with them because he's, in fact, over in the red barn. Yeah, Roman's having to have some medication and a little bit of time away from the babies here. I do think that Jamie's going to try to move him back here in a few minutes, but he did spend the night in the red barn. Good morning, sweeties. I forgot to bring my spanky stick, darn it. And I'm learning that with these munchkins, you really do need yourself a good spanky stick. Back up. Back it up, sweeties. Back it up here. Don't knock it over. Do not knock that over. I'm trying to lock the gate behind me. Hello. Lord. Look out. Come on over here and eat where y'all eat. Come on. Let's come to the Coliseum. We will feed these babies in the Coliseum. Hey, look out. Baby, do you mind? Could you just be a lady? Oh, Lord. Guys, need a moment? Need a moment here? Come on. Over here. I need to rake. I need to rake. I need to get my harrow out and rake. But I can't do it with that Argo. That tears the ground up. So I need my side-by-side, and I don't know what is taking so darn long with that dealership. We've talked a little bit about it. I will say this, that I don't know what's going to finally happen, but I am thinking at this point, I don't want that particular side-by-side back because I think there's something wrong with it. I do. I think there's something wrong, like a mechanical, like a lemon. I think it's a lemon. Hey, Ruby, be sweet to her. No, we took it in because the reverse gear had gone out on it. And then I got to looking around on Google and Reddit, and I found out that amongst that same type of all-terrain vehicle, there were several people who had written about and made videos about their reverse gear going out. Of course, when I told the dealership, hey, this is a very common thing. This ATV it has less than 20 hours on it, y'all. 20 hours is not much time. It was still on the original tank of gas. And to already have the reverse chain or whatever, belt, whatever it was, go out with only 20 hours, I knew then there was something definitely wrong. So I voiced my concerns. They played dumb. They acted like they had no idea what was going on. I talked to Jamie about it, and she goes, you need to just tell them to replace it with something else, something around the same value. And so I did call the general manager. I did tell him about my concerns and the fact that I don't want it back. He says he'll look around. He said, well, he told me he had training sessions, that he was not in the office for the next 2 business days. He was off doing some kind of training, but he would get back with me. That was on Friday of last week. Today is my Tuesday, and I've not heard back from him yet. So I'm going to give him the rest of the today, and by tomorrow, which will be my Wednesday, I'll be giving him a call saying, bud, we got to do something here. I need my ATV, because I do, y'all. I do. This is great. Don't get me wrong. This Argo is wonderful for certain types of activities. I mean, it'll go pretty much anywhere. But when you start hooking on the drag, trying to pull your pastures and try to pull, to spread out all of the manure and help mulch it all in, it's not that great for that, because it will tear up your grass. And that's what I don't want to do, is start driving it around, tearing all my grass up. Not this time of year especially. I think that while I'm here, I'd like to show you how wonderful the calves are doing. People are very concerned about these babies being weaned from mom so young. But you know what? Look at them. Look at their little bellies. And look at their appetites. Oh, I love them. And I do have a special thing for her, friends. I do. I have a special thing for that one right there. She knows it too. Fancy. Fancy, you're something special, sweetie. You're something special. Faith has never been that close to me, but Fancy really does. She loves me, y'all. I'm going to miss her. I don't really know Sully enough to say I'm going to miss Sully. You guys who watch my nephew's channel may feel differently about missing Sully. I'm not going to miss Sully. He was never mine. Santoro's son. I love that fact. But this one over here is something special. Daddy's going to miss you, okay? Let me fill up the waters and get out of here before they finish their food and come at me. I want you to also notice that these cows are eating hay really wonderfully. I cut a slit in the string, the netting around that particular roll of hay. Now, Roman eats from the top of it. You can see where Roman's been eating from the top, but the calves could not reach. So I took a box cutter and cut me a slit, and then I spread it open a little bit, and the calves are coming by eating from right there. So I am very comfortable and confident that when they head off to Longhorn Rancher Jake, they'll be fine. They're eating, they're drinking. You've seen them graze plenty of times. And that's a huge relief to know that they're not going to go off screaming and calling for moms. Or, well, you can see here, moms are way off in the back pastures. They are doing their own thing. They have already realized that this is just how life goes. They're no longer screaming and hollering for their babies either. And then if you're concerned about all of this, not to worry. Today is the last day of rain for an entire week. We have an entire week of sunshine and no rain. So all of this will dry up. And hopefully before we get any more rain, I'll be able to have our favorite driver from Victory Dirt come out, drop off several more loads of sand, which I think I'll have him just dump it right over there, and I'll just spread it all the way back and down through here and build all of this area up nicely. What I need to do is make sure that this is okay. So I'm not an engineer. Look, they can also eat from the protein lick. Boy, Fancy is showing out. She's showing us all the things that she can do and letting you all know that she does not need her mommy. I love that about her. But listen, what I think I need to do as far as the engineering goes, no water stands anywhere on this pasture except right to this back corner. All right, this is all water that's been standing here since all the rain we've been having. What I want it to do, I want to build up enough sand to where water will flow to this corner. And once it gets to this corner, you can already see where the former owner had kind of excavated a little bit of a, not a ditch necessarily, but a low spot, because this was the old driveway here. And all of that water can go down this driveway. I need to put a culvert over there close to the RV, a culvert that runs underneath that rock. And so that culvert can take the water all the way past the front of the RV over there to the back side. And it can drop it right off the back side of that hill. And that needs to happen. And I do think that will be a simple solution to help water drain from this pasture and no longer have all this standing mud and everything. I've never really had to think much about engineering of a property as far as drainage goes. If you think about it, Plum Grove has never had a problem because we have such sandy soil. And then here comes Roman. And then our other property there at Longhorn Lester's, Mr. Dub had already, come on, sir. Mr. Dub, babe, you gotta bring him a bucket of feed. Bring him a bucket of feed. Mr. Dub had already, come on, sir. Mr. Dub had already gone by and engineered all of that property from the amount of time that he lived there. Come on, you big stud. Oh, hey, buddy. Welcome home, sir. Welcome home. The calves have eaten all of your food. The calves have eaten all of the food, but that was the calf food. We're going to bring Roman his own kind of food, okay? And Jamie's getting him a bucket of feed now. So Mr. Dub already went by and did all of the engineering of his property. So that's why there are culverts and things all over the place over there. But this over here was kind of just it was a blank slate. When Jamie and I bought it, been just over a year. And by bringing in the rock for the driveway was a really neat investment. And then what we have to do though, oh boy, my water's overflowing. That will not help my drainage problem at all. All right, it's real nice to see Roman is back with all of the babies, his little gladiators. Ruby, God darn it, Ruby, you're gonna hurt me, sweetie. There's more food in the containers. You and your little freckly nose. She and her little freckly nose. Okay, friends, I think that's about, I think I'm gonna have to cut it short right there. At this point, I need to find my way into the Argo, and I'm gonna go finish watering. And thank y'all for worrying about Roman. He's fine, and he'll be okay. We have the best people that we know in the circle who are working to make sure that he gets and kicks whatever he got going on in him. I know that by now you've already heard that he does have a bit of, we think, pneumonia. And we're going to fight that, and it's very, very treatable. And he's already had his first regimen. Well, again, Fancy, if you're not careful, you're going to start stealing people's hearts the week before you leave here. You're going to start stealing hearts the week before you leave here. And that's not going to be good if she starts stealing everybody's hearts. Danny, you're going to ruin, and they're going to want to send you out of here, baby. They're going to want to send you out and leave her here. Because she's sweet, and you're not being very sweet. You're being spicy. All right, thank you all for watching. We love you so much, and we're blessed to have you. And we will catch you guys on the next video.
Don't let your troubles fester. Come watch Longhorn Lester.
something like that.